Hello, Jeremy from JC Jackson. This is Joel from JND SEO. I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. If at the end of the video you want to hear some more information, let's set up a 10-minute phone call. If not, no problem. Then I'm going to actually give you some free tips, and you can go ahead and apply those right to your site. All right, so the first thing I'd like to talk about today would be content. So you guys have some content on your page here. You probably have, I would say, probably under 400 or 500 words, and I would recommend having about 1,500. The reason why is because Google will actually rank you based on the amount of content that you have. But the other reason is that, and probably the more important reason, is that the more content you have, the more keywords or key phrases you can put into that content. I know you guys do have kind of a wide range of area that you do build homes in, but I've just gone with Jacksonville here. It's a little bit of a bigger, populous area, so it gives me a little bit more volume to work with. So I've gone with general contractor, Jacksonville, North Carolina, just as an example of a keyword or phrase. It's also coincidentally what a new customer would put in if they were looking for services in an area that you service. First thing they would normally find would be ads, but we're not seeing any currently. So this is the first thing we're going to find is what typically would be the second thing, and that's the map section. Top 3 companies are going to show up here based on citations, and that's just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site. These are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, just to name a few. After that, we're going to run into the organic section. This is when we start to find companies. We actually have a lot of directories with this. So we have up here Home Advisor, Better Business Bureau, Angie's List, Yelp. These are all directories. So the top 4, actually, if we were ranking our term, key contractor Jacksonville, North Carolina, 1 would go to Home Advisor, 2 Better Business Bureau, 3 Angie's List. These don't show up random. They all show up based on Google's algorithm and formula. 2 parts of it are keywords and content. First actual company is MRM that shows up. So what I want to do is I've taken your site, jcjackson.com, put it into a program I use called Ahrefs. I see you guys are using your headers here. That's a good thing. It allows Google to find you actually a little bit easier in searches. So you got your name here and then a few key phrases. Let's look at the numbers. 65 referring domains sending you back 261 links to your site. All that means is there's 65 websites you guys have links on. And on those 65, you have 261 links. So, you know, roughly there's about, 4 per page and a little extra. So when people click on those links, it redirects them to jcjackson.com. And 803 keywords, what you currently can be found for in searches, and that's bringing 325 visitors to your site per month. So I want to take a look at your keywords because sometimes the numbers are a little bit deceiving. First thing we do find is your business name, JC Jackson Homes, and then Jackson's Builders. These are all good. It means people know who you are. They're searching you by name. It's going to be a lot of your referrals and people who've probably seen your signage around. Maybe they couldn't write it all down in time. But let's look at the first one, JC Jackson Homes. So 300 do search it. You guys are number 1. So for position, the 10 results are per page. So if you want to be on the first page, you just have to be in the top 10. Obviously, being number 1 is the best you could really hope for. So that's really good. You get the largest percentage. But you also want to bring in new customers, right? Not just referrals. So that's where we're looking for. These ones are pretty good. Home Builders, New Bern, North Carolina. 50, number 1. Home Builders in New Bern, North Carolina, number 1. Let's see. You guys have a bunch that I wouldn't necessarily recommend, even like this one, Cherry Point, because it doesn't say what you do, and you really want to have your service and the area listed. Even like this one, North Carolina. I mean, it is specific to North Carolina, but not quite as useful as some other ones here. So I would say some of your numbers, but this is a good one here. New construction, New Bern, North Carolina, 40, number 7. This one I'd highly recommend. But some of the other ones, I would say maybe not quite as useful. You're probably not getting as many calls off of the amount of volume that you're getting that you'd probably expect. And that's because you need more buyer intent keywords. So it's probably as general contractors, honestly. And then the locations you service. So let's take a look at MRM and just see what they're doing. They're not using any headers currently. If they were, it would help them. 34 referring domains, 474 links back to their page, 77 keywords with 57 visitors per month. So the numbers aren't as big as yours, but let's just see what they kind of have here. So MRM Construction, their name, 100, number 1. Here's a really good phrase, general contractors, Jacksonville, North Carolina. 80 people search that one, number 5. Construction companies in Jacksonville, North Carolina, these are good, 50, number 4. Construction, Jacksonville, North Carolina, 10 people, so small volume on that one, but number 1, so at least you're going to get most of that. Contractors in Jacksonville, North Carolina, 30, number 6. So they have a lot very focused on Jacksonville, but you can see how their keywords are a little more focused, right? And their numbers aren't as big, and they are focused more in Jacksonville. So depending on if they put other areas, that could greatly increase their numbers. But yeah, pretty much everything is Jacksonville, but they do have a lot of really good keywords. All right, guys, that's just a little bit about content, backlink citations. Like I said, if you want to hear more, a 10-minute phone call. I will follow up with you just to see what you thought of the video. But thank you guys for your time. I do appreciate it, and have a great day.